All right, we're back. We're doing mutable signs. So that's Sagittarius, Pisces, and these are just placements, guys. Okay. We're gonna have Gemini, also Virgo. Okay. Let's post this. All right. Gemini. Well, no, I guess I'll start with Gemini because I done said Gemini. The Gemini placements. What are you holding on to that no longer serves you? Gemini. What are you holding on to that no longer serves you? I just heard a kid that ain't yours. Okay. Okay. Let me get one more card for Gemini. And this came out in the reverse. Okay, so Gemini, what you're holding on to is looking for answers for something. So I'm getting the energy of OPP, other people's problems ain't your problems. Stop making them your problems, okay? For others of you, I hope you guys can see these cards. For other Geminis, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you, like I said, the first thing that came to my mind was a child that was not yours, okay? You are looking to communicate with the child or communicate with a little boy from your past. So maybe you dated somebody in your past and they had a child. You're trying to heal something for this child or do something for this child, and you may think it's a good thing and it's not. Some of you could be, it's one thing to I hope, so-and-so is doing good and stuff like that. But to bring yourself back into a child's life, and you and Gemini, y'all good for flighty ass energy, okay? Y'all are flighty as hell. You're here 1 minute, you're gone the next. So going into a child's life and you're not going to be consistent in that child's life is not a good thing, okay? It's not a good thing. So don't go back looking, Gemini, for a child. And no, guys, you didn't miss Sagittarius or Pisces yet. I just kept saying Gemini, so I started with them. So Gemini, do not go back looking for somebody's child, trying to put yourself in this child's life, and you're not going to be consistent enough to stay in that child's life on a consistent basis. I'm talking about every week type thing. You get what I'm saying? So you may think it's a good idea to reach out or something like that, but then you're going to give this child's hopes up because you're not going to be consistent in this child's life. So don't do it. For others of you, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you, you may not be in communication with some of your family members. Or you may not be wanting to work and collaborate with a couple of your family members. There may be 3 people right now that you're trying to work with, work things out, and you may not want to do that, and you need to let go of that. You may want to do it, and if they don't want to do it, why is you still struggling, holding on, trying to sit there and make something work that ain't working? They clearly, you will be asking, but why? Because they don't want to. That's why, Gemini. So don't do it. Some of you are sitting here you may have already formed a group of people to do something with, and it just ain't working. It's not clicking. Okay? Leave it alone. Wash your hands of it. Even if they are family members, sometimes you're just not aligned with people right now. And that may not be forever, but right now, right here, right now, you're not aligned with some family members here when it comes to collaborating, when it comes to communicating, when it comes to coming together. And that is okay. Because everybody is not on the same frequency. It's okay. Sometimes, like they say, you got to love people from a distance. That's what you got to do right now. Love some people from a distance. Because you trying to hold on is going to make some shit worse. And then you really going to be asking why. Okay? For others of you, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you is the fact that there may be a young child in your life that you may think may need some healing. That child may not think that they need some healing right now. So why are you forcing them to do something that they're not ready to do? Why are you opening up a door and a can of worms that they're not ready to confront yet? Leave that baby alone. Just because you may think that they're ready, they know if they're ready or not. It's giving me the energy of when, I was a kid and my dad kept forcing me to go see therapists. You need to see a therapist. And that was due to, my mom passing away when I was 1 year old. She was murdered, right? And at that time, I was not ready for it. So, of course, me going to therapy and sitting in these therapy sessions, I was not talking. My dad was wasting his money on these people. And then he mad at me because he forced me to do something I wasn't ready to do. Do not force a child to heal from something from their past if they are not ready to do it yet. Let them come to you and say, I think I'm ready to do X, Y, and Z. I think I'm ready to talk about whatever happened. Just because they're a child does not mean that you sit there and you're the adult means that you just force this kid to do something that they're not ready to do. Do you do things that people force you to do? No. Children have feelings too. They're human beings too. They have thoughts. They have a personality. Okay? And if healing right now from the past for them is not right, or they may not want to talk to you right now. So say, for instance, you're a parent, right? And you wasn't around in your child's life, or you wasn't consistent enough in your child's life the way that they needed you to be. And right now they may not want to talk to you. But you trying to force yourself upon them because you want to heal the past. No, you got to respect their boundaries and let them come to you when they're ready to come to you. It doesn't mean you stop trying. No, you keep trying. But if they say no, they say fucking no. And somebody could be doing this with you, Gemini. Your father could be sitting there trying to push themselves into your life and trying to heal and fix the mistakes from the past when you were a young boy or a young girl. And you may not be ready for that right now. Some of you may be still holding on to grudges that you just need to let go of, though. You may not be ready to form a bond, a deep bond, and share secrets with them just yet. But the grudges is something that you're holding on to from the past that you need to let go of. Because if you are a grown person now, and this stuff happened when you were like 3 years old, it's time for you to start releasing these grudges and starting to realize that. And I forgot who I was talking to. I may have been talking to Cancer with this, about how we had the parents that we needed, not the parents that we wanted. And when I say needed, is because sometimes we had parents that were not the best parents, but we needed those type of parents to push us to be the people that we are today. So, yeah, there may be some things from your past that you're still holding on to since you were a child. And it's time for you to work through those things right now. Those things may be coming up right now during this Venus retrograde that's coming up, so that you can learn to love yourself more, to open up more, to release these grudges and these burdens so that you can bring in newness into your life. Because holding on to something is not it. See, I'm getting the energy again of OPP, other people's problems. Because with the searching card here, with the negative card in the reverse, I feel like you're looking for something good. Or you're trying to, I don't know, you're researching for something. You're researching for something, and you may not find out. You may think what you're looking for is going to turn out to be good, and it ain't. It won't. It's not. So whatever it is that you're searching for, and you think you're going to get a happy result, it may not be a happy result. You could be looking for something or somebody, and you may be like, oh, let me reach out, let me do this, let me do that. And what you think in your mind is going to happen, that's not what's going to happen. Or this has already happened, where you went looking and searching for something, and it wasn't the results that you were looking for. And you're still holding on to it. So for some of you, you may have went looking and searching for something, right? Looking for answers. You had questions. You received the answers to your questions. They weren't what you wanted. And now you're still holding on to that hurt, pain, guilt, frustration, or whatever it is that you found out. And Spirit's like, this is what you're holding on to that no longer serves you. Okay? You holding on to that, it's like you wanted to find it out, right? So you found out. So why are you mad? You found out the truth. You got the truth. But that doesn't mean you hold on to that truth. You move forward. You keep moving forward. And yeah, you do be in your feelings sometimes, and you have to acknowledge them, but you don't dwell in them. When you start dwelling in them, Gemini, is when you start fucking up your future, because you still focused on the past. That's the past now. Today is today. And tomorrow's going to be tomorrow. And why are you worried about tomorrow if you still need to be focused on today? You got a whole nother hour before tomorrow gets here. Focus on this last hour of today. And if you're doing something that's making you happy, if you're alive, you're breathing, you got friends, you got family that care about you, you got a roof over your head, be happy about that. Okay? Be happy in the moment. For others of you, what you're holding on to, Gemini, that no longer serves you, coming together with your past and it being happy-go-lucky, okay? Some of you want to come together with some people from your past. You'll be trying to have a friend reunion, family reunion with certain people. Some people from your past is meant to stay there. Let me just say that. Some people are in your past for a reason. And if you are actively trying to get to these people, it wasn't meant for you to come across these people. Because if they were meant to be in your life right now, God's spirit would have had it aligned for these people to come across your path. Stop looking for people from your past. And then you want to know why you're still stuck in the past, why you keep repeating the same old damn cycles. Because you keep bringing the past into your future. You keep thinking bringing your past into your future is a good thing. No, leave it alone. It belongs there. Now, if it's meant for you guys to be aligned and to cross paths with each other again, let it happen naturally. Stop actively sitting there doing some shit. Just stop doing it. For others of you, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you are things that your family may have done to you in your past. Things that they may have said. It can't change. Nobody can fix the past. Even if they wanted to. The only thing they can do is apologize. They can't jump back into a time machine and sit there and say, let me do right by you on this date at this time on this month when it happened and it occurred. Only thing you could do from it is heal from it and move forward and have a different perspective on your relationship with that person. If you truly love that person and you truly want to work out things with them, when you forgive somebody, you can't keep bringing shit back up. It's just that simple. Don't sit there and say you forgive somebody and then you keep bringing the shit back up. That means you truly ain't forgive them, and you need to leave them the fuck alone until you learn how to. Excuse my language. Why am I cursing so much in Gemini reading? Y'all guys be cursing. Y'all motherfuckers be cursing. Okay? Who y'all be cursing out? Is y'all cursing somebody out? Gemini? What is going on? You like cursing somebody out from your past? Thing is, it ain't gonna do much. You think it gonna make you feel better? It ain't gonna change nothing. The shit still happens. We gotta pay attention to the signs that have popped out. What the homegirl advice do you have for Gemini spirit? Some of y'all done got 4 warning signs to leave somebody the hell alone from your past. And what you go do? Go meddling in other people's problems. You worried about other people's problems and the shit ain't gonna turn out the way you want it to. I forewarned you, okay? We have fun times is on the horizons, okay? So you're gonna have fun times coming. Don't stay in the past, okay? Because you're gonna get stuck there and it's gonna mess up your future and it's gonna mess up these fun times that's trying to get to you. And then they are full of shit anyway. Whoever you over here running back, they full of it anyway. And then it's done. You can't do anything about it now. Leave it alone. Leave your past alone. Leave your past in the past, Gemini. And stop sitting here trying to congregate with people from your past. They don't belong in your future. I understand Venus retrograde is coming around and your past is going to probably come back around to test to see if your ass is still stupid. It's just that simple. Sagittarius. What are you holding on to that no longer serves you? Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what are you holding on to that no longer serves you? Something that didn't work out, something that didn't go full term, something that just quite wasn't right because it was toxic anyway. Okay, you was looking for stability and security in a toxic ass situation with somebody. Okay, is there anything else for Sagittarius spirit? Some of you, health is important. There's something that you're trying to run away from. Something that you're trying not to heal. Something that you're trying... Okay, so Sagittarius, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you. If I have to throw out signs, we have Cancer and earth signs, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, or you may have these placements. Now, for some of my Sagittariuses, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you is something that didn't complete itself, okay? Maybe you didn't complete a program like you wanted to. Maybe you didn't complete school. Maybe you didn't complete a job application. Maybe you didn't complete fulfill a contract like you were supposed to. Maybe you didn't complete something was incomplete, okay? Maybe you didn't finish your business plan like you said you would. There's something that you did not finish. And it's okay. Stop belittling yourself. Stop judging yourself. Stop making yourself seem like such a bad person because you didn't finish something. So what, you didn't make it to the finish line? Did you ever think that wasn't in God's plan for you not to sit there and make it to the finish line with a certain situation? Stop beating yourself up about it. Because I feel like for some of you, you keep beating yourself up about a certain situation that you can't finish, something that you can't complete, something that you can't continue to keep doing. And it's going to make you sick. Sometimes you can't save everybody, and that's okay. Sometimes things weren't supposed to work out the way that you thought it was supposed to work out. Yeah, some of you may have Virgo in your chart where you want to be perfect Betty and you want to sit there and complete everything that you start. You don't want to be the type of person that starts something and don't finish it. Sometimes you'll start something only for it to lead you in the direction that you were supposed to be in. And even if it was a relationship, sometimes things didn't fall through like it was supposed to because it wasn't meant to. Everything that you're doing right now, everything that you're going through, everything that you're experiencing, it was already in God's plan for you to do it. So if there was something in God's plan for you not to complete, it wasn't meant for you to complete it. Why? Because for some of you, it was toxic anyway. For some of you, you didn't even foresee it. Your ancestors and spirit guides and God knew that something down the line was going to be fucking toxic. That's why they didn't have you completed in the first place. That's why God didn't allow you to keep that relationship. That's why God didn't allow you to sit there and stay at that job. Because they already foreseen that it was going to affect you with your stability and security of self, finances, resources. It was eventually going to make your stability and security and family toxic. Okay? There was going to be an adverse effect to something. I don't know what it is because Spirit's not like really pinpointing things to me for you, Sagittarius. But there's something that you feel like you want to keep doing, but it's not meant for you to keep doing it. It was only meant for you to do it for 4 years. It was only meant for you to do it for 2 years. Some of you still doing something that's already the expiration date. It's expired already. It's expired already. And you're still trying to build something. You're still trying to make something work. And it could pertain to family. It's time to move on. Because guess what's underneath that? You moving on is going to be you completing what you need to complete. What you may have felt was incomplete, you moving on from it is going to make you complete. And then you're going to be in a period of stagnation because why? You're going to sit there and be like, oh, did I do the right thing? Oh, was that the right thing to do? Oh. But really, it took for you to walk away from something. It took for you to not continue to deal with this for you to get to where you need to be. You was only led on this path for a little while. Okay? You was only led to do something for a little while. And that's it. Stop stressing yourself over something that down the line would have jeopardized your livelihood later on. It would have jeopardized your livelihood later on. Because you're trying to hold on to something that's going to affect you in a major way. It's going to affect you in a major way if you keep... Spirit said it's time to let it go. You're holding on to it and it's no longer serving you. Okay, some of you have some type of family dynamic that is not the healthiest. There may be some things within your family life or in your household that needs to be reevaluated. You need to leave it alone. You need to bring some type of balance in the situation. Okay? For some of you, it's literally you being the only person trying to keep stability and security in a family dynamic. Everybody has to play their part. So you holding on to being the number one person, making sure everything is okay, that has to stop. Because you being more concerned about other people and not yourself, what happens to you? Your health. Your health deteriorates, and then now you trying to sit there and figure out how to make yourself better because you was too busy focusing on everybody else. For some of you, you depend on other people in your family too much. Gotta let it go. Some of you blame your family for some of your toxic ways. No, you did that. You chose to keep holding on to stuff. You chose to refuse to heal. You chose not to do the right thing that you're supposed to do, especially when it pertains to your health and well-being and your mental state. If you're choosing to do certain things that are toxic, if you're choosing to think a certain way, if you're every day that you wake up, you have a choice. Can't keep blaming your past for what is going on in your present and what will happen in your future unless you decide to sit there and start choosing better for yourself. Because it comes a point in time, it comes to a point in a certain age where you can't blame your parents no more. You can't. It comes to a certain time in your life where you can't blame your parents no more. Because you know better now. And when you know better, you're supposed to do better. You can't blame the past no more for things. You can't do none of that. Only thing you can do is blame yourself for the choices that you're making right now. And some of y'all are making the choice to stay in something that has expired, something that has run its course already, and you'll have to deal with those consequences. But if you want to feel complete, you got to let go of feeling like you're incomplete when you're already whole. What you're holding on to that no longer serves you is toxic behaviors, thought patterns, okay, vices. It got to go. What you're holding on to is trying to keep stability and security in other people's lives instead of your own. Some of you, you're holding on to something that no longer serves you, which has something to do with family. Sometimes you got to let people solve their own problems. That's the only way they're going to mature. That's the only way that they're going to grow. That's the only way that they're going to evolve. You sitting there always trying to save some people is only going to allow you to collect their karma. Okay? Some of you are holding on to the idea that you always got to run away. Shit get tough and you run away. It ain't always about running away. So you know where you are and where you stand, Sagittarius. So take it how it resonates. Let's get some homegirl advice for you guys. See, some of y'all trying to run away from something and the love is actually there. But you so busy worried about something that happened in your past that is fucking up your future. 2 years from now is very prominent for you, Sagittarius. We have the love is there. Some of y'all may think that you have a toxic family dynamic, and just you thinking that is manifesting more toxicity in your family dynamic. I don't know why I just got that. 3 months from now is a prominent time for some of you. You glow on another level. Be proud of yourself, okay? We have childhood traumas, okay? So it's your choice to heal from this. You can't blame your parents no more for your childhood traumas if you're choosing not to actively do anything about it, okay? We have change is good. It keeps your ass from being stagnant. Pay attention to the signs. It's done. You can't do anything about it now. And let that shit go. Okay? So, let it go. If you have Aries in your natal chart, you may want to read Aries, watch Aries reading, because I sat there and had to sing that Elsa song to them too. Who's next? Pisces. Okay? Pisces placements. What are you holding on to that no longer serves you? Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. All right, Pisces, what are you holding on to that no longer serves you? The transformation card wanted to jump out, but it didn't. The bottom of the deck, we have communication. We have Gemini energy, soulmate energy here. Okay. You got a lot of cards, Pisces. So, okay. So Pisces, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you. Some of you may be holding on. Excuse me, I don't know why I just started yarning just now. Maybe this is your ancestors is tired of telling you that whoever this younger male energy is in your life that you could possibly be dating, they're tired of you and this person. And you holding on to this person and it no longer serves you. Some of you literally sat, and they don't have to be younger than you. They may just act immature. Some of you literally did candle magic to keep this person, and your ancestors is just too effing through with you. You see this? You got the ancestor card here and the devil energy on at the bottom of it. They're too through with you because you keep asking for a certain type of individual. Your ancestors is over there working overtime in the spiritual realm to bring somebody to you, but you keep holding on to some shit that ain't for you, okay? You're holding on to something that you get weak in the knees for. It's lust. It ain't love, sweetheart, okay? It's lust. It ain't love. You're holding on to an immature person. You're holding on to someone younger than you, okay, that you keep trying to manifest back into your life. And your ancestors is trying to tell you they the goddamn devil. Your ancestors like, let it go. You keep asking for an emotional, intelligent individual. You keep asking for a person that is stable and secure. You keep asking, but you keep trying to manifest something that ain't it. They're a little boy, okay? They're a little girl, okay? It's not it. It ain't it. That's not your person. I don't know what else to tell you. Your ancestors is tired as hell of trying to tell you that this person, yeah, they're a weakness. They're a weakness in a bad way. There is not a weakness in a good way. And you're confused, Pisces. You're confused. You could have dealt with this person for 3 years, or you could have been married to this person for 3 years. And it's like, just because y'all was married don't mean that y'all meant to be together. You over here thinking that this shit's supposed to last forever, and you got the tower moment here. You over here trying to avoid something that needs to end, Pisces. You trying to hold on to something that you over here just trying to weather the storm. And things are going to get better. No, they're not. They're not. Okay? I'm sorry. They're not. They're not going to get better. Shit's going to hit the fan. It's not going to get better. Stop trying to manifest somebody that you swear is your soulmate. They are not your soulmate. They are a karmic soulmate. They came into your life to teach you some karmic lessons. Lessons that were going to be some hard lessons. Okay? That's what they came into your life for. To teach you a karmic lesson. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Karmic lesson. Now, for other Pisces, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you. Some of you may be in a commit. You've been in a commitment for 3 years. And it ain't going nowhere. Okay? It's still in the same spot it's been in for the past 3 years. Why do you keep letting somebody play with you? 1122 on the phone. Why you keep letting somebody play with you, Pisces? If this commitment ain't go nowhere further than what it's been for the past 3 years, you letting somebody play with you and you playing yourself all at the same time. Okay? Let this commitment go. Let go of this idea that something is going to last forever and wither the storms of the good and the bad. It's not. You want to know why? Because you done sat there and did some damn candle magic. Keep manifesting some shit that you were supposed to let go of 3 years ago. You were supposed to let go a long time ago. But no. Some of you need to let go of sitting and manifesting stuff, because the things you manifesting is stuff that is not for your highest good. Okay? You coming together with somebody, you know what it's going to bring? It's going to bring destruction. Okay? Some of you are holding on to the fact that something didn't last forever. It wasn't meant to. It was only supposed to be in your life for 3 years. It was only supposed to be in your life for 3 months, or 3 weeks, 3 days, 3 hours. It was only meant to be there for that long. It was you trying to keep something in your life, and there was an expiration date on it. And guess what? People kill me when they sit there and say they believe in God, they believe in the universe and Allah and Yahweh. But when shit hit the fan, where's your faith at then? That wasn't in God's plan for it to only be in your life but for a certain period of time to teach you a lesson. Just because you get married to somebody or engaged to somebody or get in a relationship with somebody does not mean they are supposed to be in your life forever. Sometimes they were only supposed to be in your life for that period of time only. That's it. And it's okay. Maybe that person was the person to teach you certain things. Maybe the person that you're supposed to be with for the rest of your life wouldn't have been capable of teaching you the lessons that you were supposed to learn. And for some of you, I'm hearing is loving yourself. Sometimes the spirit will utilize somebody as a vessel to be an asshole to you for you to learn your worth. For you to choose better partners. For you to pay attention to the red flags. Sometimes you got to get what you don't want to get what it is that you want. But you're going to have to learn some lessons. You'll never know what it is that you want until you go through a couple of things that you don't want. For some of my Pisces, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you, some of y'all are holding on to a Capricorn. Some of you are holding on to a Gemini. Some of you are holding on to the idea of commitment. Okay, when you keep looking for commitment, you ain't never going to get it. You're going to get commitment when you least expect it. The commitment at least that you want. Some of you are holding on to a commitment that had you in a third-party situation. Listen. That's the only way your ass was going to leave that person. God and your ancestors knew the only way you was going to leave that person alone was for them to put you in a third-party situation. Because if that third-party situation didn't happen, your ass would have still been with them. And that ain't the person you're supposed to be with. Nor is it the person that you've been praying to be in your life. Everybody want what they can't have. Can't have it for a reason. For others of you, Pisces, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you is something drastic happened in your life. Something that was unexpected. Something that you weren't prepared for. There's a reason why that happened. Because you needed to go through that drastic change, whatever it may have been, for you to love yourself more, for you to take care of yourself better, for you to not stress so much, for you to learn how to let go is what I'm hearing. Some of you have to learn how to release and surrender. And this is why something was just snatched away that quick. Whatever it was at that time. I'm hearing detachment. Learning to be detached from things. Stop being so attached to stuff. Because nothing lasts forever. Even when you get married and you do find the right person. That's not going to last forever. Because one of you guys are going to die. Before the other. Nothing lasts forever. Unless you on a Titanic ship and y'all over here saying, F it, we're going to lay in this bed and drown together. That's the only way that's going to last forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, so some of you have to let go of being attached to things. Some of you have to let go of these vices that you have. emotionally spending, emotionally eating, okay, being vindictive, holding grudges, trying to hold on to something that no longer serves you, trying to stay with somebody that keeps cheating on you, that doesn't value you, trying to make something work that's just not going to work. Some of y'all need to let go of this candle magic, okay? Because you're manifesting from scarcity and a lack of. And trust me, anybody that knows spirituality know that you don't manifest from that low vibrational energy. Okay. Pisces, let's get you some homegirl advice. We have 2 months from now is a prominent time for you Pisces. We have the love is there, okay? For some of you guys, that love that is there is the love of self, okay? You want to know who loves you? God loves you. You want to know who loves you? Those that are still in your life that you don't have to force their love, okay? Some of you, will it matter in 3 years? That's a question you need to ask yourself. 3 months from now, so we have 2 months from now, 3 months from now, we have plant therapy. Some of y'all need to get some plants. Some of you need to go out in nature. Some of you need to go and hug a tree, get grounded, walk around on some good, clean, real grass or dirt or sand, water too, and get yourself grounded. The tower is coming. I told you, some shit gonna hit the fan. And the reason why that shit gonna hit the fan is because you keep trying to hold on and stick yourself to something that is no longer serving you and is blocking your blessings. And it says, what you believe is your truth. Okay? So Pisces, that was your reading. Virgo. Virgo placements. Virgo, what are you holding on to that no longer serves you? Oh, damn. Oh, you got candle magic too. These cards all came out in the reverse. Okay, Virgo. Virgo, what you are holding on to that no longer serves you. Some of you, I don't know why I'm getting the energy of scared money don't make no money. So some of you may be holding on to some type of resources, some type of finances, some type of money or currency. And it's like you're holding on to it because you're afraid of something. And this is not for all Virgos. This is for very few of you. Some of you may want to invest into something, but you're scared to and you're holding on. You may miss out by doing that. Because I don't know why I got scared. Money don't make no money. And sometimes, even though you may lose out on a situation or an endeavor, the blessing in disguise is you learning from that and something coming along that's going to align with you. But if you didn't make that mistake, you would have never gravitated towards something else. You get what I'm saying? Like, so, like, just for instance, a bad relationship. If you didn't go through that bad relationship, you would have never learned to love yourself, heal yourself, and find something better. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes a devastation is a blessing in disguise. For others of you, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you, is you over here trying to manifest and do some candle magic. Okay? It ain't gonna work. You trying to manifest a boy into a man and have them grow up. It ain't gonna work. That person is not going to grow, especially with you over here manipulating their energy. They damn sure ain't going to sit there and get it together. They damn sure ain't going to love you right. Because who are you to mess up God's plan on what God has for that person, for them to go through what they need to go through? You may just not be the person to teach that person the lessons that they need to learn how to commit, to learn how to grow up, to learn how to sit there and evolve and change and heal. Some of you got to accept that you ain't the vessel that God is going to utilize to get that person to be where they need to be. Something that you just got to accept. For others of you, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you is the simple fact that your partner may have had you in a third party situation, and they may have thought that they got somebody pregnant, but they didn't get the person pregnant, but you found out about the third party situation due to a false pregnancy, and you're holding on to that. If you're going to stay with this person, you're going to have to learn to forgive them and move the fuck on. But if you are not going to learn how to forgive them, and if you want to mention every 3 minutes what this person did and bring up their past, you need to leave them alone until you've healed and recovered from that situation, Virgo. Okay? Let it go. If you're going to stay with this person, you need to let this go. Let go of this third party. Let go of the possibility that person had got somebody pregnant and was that careless. Yes, it happened. But if you're choosing to stay, you need to let it go. Because if you can't forgive this person, that means you don't trust them. And if there's no trust, there's no relationship. So let it go. Either let them go or let the situation go. For others of you, you need to let go of the fact that you keep questioning yourself. Or you don't question yourself enough. You don't ask yourself honest questions like you really should. Sometimes you don't need to go disappear and do some inner work. Sometimes you got to do the work right there. Sometimes you got to do the work right in the situation. Sometimes you got to do the work and learn how to integrate yourself. Sometimes integration is what you need to learn, Virgo. Integrating yourself into things, even when they're not comfortable. Learning to handle the situation right then and there. Not you go off to the side and say, oh, I need a minute. No, sometimes you don't need the minute. Sometimes you need to handle it right then and there. Because when you go off and you need a minute, you might trick yourself into doing something or saying something that wasn't meant for you to do or say. Sometimes you meant to tell a motherfucker off. Sometimes you're meant to say what you wanted to say right then and there. Because sometimes it may trigger somebody to heal. Sometimes you got to accept that God will make you the villains in somebody else's life. And it's okay. God utilized me all the time to be the villain in some people's lives to teach them a lesson. I don't know why I just got not to play with me. This is stop playing with me. Some of y'all sit there and want to be all kumbaya. Sometimes a situation don't need to be handled all kumbaya. One thing my father always told me, sometimes you got to handle people from their level of understanding. Sometimes they don't understand kumbaya. Sometimes you got to match energy. Okay? But then after you match that energy, you go on and go to the side and, you do some self-reflection and, you get yourself back together after the fact. Because you know how to transmute energy. You can take that negative energy and utilize it, transmute it into something good for yourself, right? For others of you, what you're holding on to that no longer serves you is this energy of holding on to all the pain that has ever happened in your life. Holding on to all the misfortune that happened in your life. Holding on to all the betrayals that have happened in your life. Some of you, it's like a never-ending story of you just holding on to the pain and the frustrations that went on in your life. Guess what? Only person you could be mad at is God, because God had that in a plan for you. God knew what choices you was going to make before you made them. God knew what situations you was going to have to deal with before you came down here on this earth. So who you really mad at? But you believe in God. Who are you really mad at? You can't be mad at no individual on this planet because God utilized them as a vessel in your life to do this pain, hurt, frustration, sadness. For some of you, it's meant for you to remember this so that you don't be foolish enough to sit there and do it again. Okay? Some of you, like I said, you're not questioning yourself enough. You're not asking the honest questions that you really need to ask yourself. You're holding on to the energy of don't ask, don't tell type of energy. No, you need to ask and you need to tell on yourself in a private setting. You need to have that honest conversation with yourself and telling yourself about the BS that you've been doing. Okay? And repent. Some of you, like I said, what you're holding on to, it's irrelevant now. It really is. It's irrelevant. Some of you keep manifesting something. It ain't going to happen until it's meant to happen. You can light as many candles as you want. It ain't going to happen unless it's meant to happen. Okay? Okay. I mean, y'all think y'all can manipulate energy to the point where it's going to happen. No. If it ain't meant to happen, it ain't going to happen. It's just that simple. Let's get some homegirl advice for you, Virgo. If it's in God's plan for it to happen, it'll happen. But if it ain't in God's plan for it to happen, it ain't gonna happen. You ain't God. You over here trying to play it. Let that shit go. Okay? That's at the bottom. Again. It says you're not trusting the process. A month from now, okay, it's prominent for you. And look at this. Love spells are for self-love. That's what you need to be lighting a candle for you to learn to love yourself more. And it says, what have you done for yourself lately? Probably nothing. You over here just doing and thinking about everything else but yourself. Wintertime, okay, is a prominent time. A month from now to the wintertime is prominent times for you. 2 weeks from now is a prominent time for you as well. So for some of you, certain things are going to manifest and happen in your life where you may release these things within 2 weeks, a month from now, or it may take up to the winter. Some of y'all need to take a hot yoga class to relax your mind. Okay, especially after a heated debate or a really good, honest conversation with yourself about the lies you done been telling yourself. Okay, and it's time to think big. All right, Virgo. So, guys, that was your reading, and I am on to my fixed signs.